Hey there, history buff, or should I say mystery enthusiast? Pull up a chair because we're diving into one of the most intriguing and hotly debated topics in alternative history, Tartaria. If you haven't heard of it yet, buckle up. It's a rabbit hole filled with grand architecture, ancient maps, and whispers of advanced technology that supposedly rivaled or even surpassed our modern world. Is Tartaria real, or is it just an elaborate myth fueled by conspiracy theories and historical misinterpretation? Let's dig in. First things first, what exactly is Tartaria? According to proponents of this theory, Tartaria refers to a vast, highly advanced civilization that once spanned much of Eurasia, from Eastern Europe across Siberia to parts of Asia. This empire was said to be home to incredible cities adorned with ornate palaces, towering cathedrals, and architectural marvels so sophisticated they defy conventional timelines of human development. But here's where it gets weird. Tartaria allegedly vanished without a trace sometime in the 18th or 19th century, leaving behind only scattered ruins, cryptic symbols, and tantalizing clues hidden in old maps and engravings. Some believe its disappearance was deliberate, perhaps erased from history by rival powers or catastrophic events. Others think it never existed at all, blaming the evidence on misunderstandings, hoaxes, or overactive imaginations. One of the biggest arguments for Tartaria revolves around architecture. Proponents point to certain structures, like the opulent train stations, government buildings, and cathedrals found throughout Russia, Ukraine, and other parts of Eastern Europe as remnants of this lost civilization. These buildings often feature intricate stonework, massive domes, and designs far beyond what people assume was possible during their supposed construction dates. Supporters claim these structures were built using techniques and materials unknown to us today. They argue that such craftsmanship couldn't have been achieved with the tools available in the 1700s or 1800s, suggesting Tartarians possessed advanced knowledge of engineering, metallurgy, and possibly even energy manipulation. Skeptics counter that many of these buildings are well-documented products of the Russian Empire or Soviet-era projects. They attribute their grandeur to skilled artisans working under wealthy patrons, not evidence of a mysterious super-civilization. So who's right? It depends on whom you ask, and how much faith you place in mainstream history versus speculative theories. Another cornerstone of the Tartaria narrative involves old maps. Enthusiasts frequently cite cartographic anomalies, particularly those created before the 20th century, which depict regions labeled as Tartari or Tartaria. For example, Abraham Ortelius, a Flemish cartographer, included a region called Tartaria on his famous atlas. To believers, this confirms the existence of a unified territory ruled by a powerful civilization. Various explorers and chroniclers mention Tartars or Tartary in their writing, though these accounts typically describe nomadic tribes rather than a centralized empire. Critics argue that these references simply reflect outdated terminology used to describe the Mongol Empire or various Turkic groups roaming Central Asia. However, Tartaria proponents insist these maps hint at something greater, a hidden chapter of human achievement wiped clean from collective memory. Now let's talk about the juiciest part of the Tartaria legend, its alleged advanced technology. Advocates suggest that Tartarians didn't just excel in art and architecture, they also mastered sciences and technologies far ahead of their time. Some theorists propose that Tartarians harnessed free energy sources, like Nikola Tesla's ideas, but centuries earlier. Could this explain why no fossil fuel infrastructure has been linked to their supposed achievements? How did they build those massive stone structures without cranes or heavy machinery? Anti-gravity devices, sonic levitation? While purely speculative, these ideas capture the imagination. There's a recurring theme among Tartaria enthusiasts that the civilization held secrets now buried or deliberately destroyed. warfare, natural disasters, or intentional erasure. This knowledge was lost forever, or so the story goes. While none of these claims have concrete evidence, they tap into a universal fascination with lost wisdom and untapped potential. After all, who wouldn't want to believe humanity once reached heights we've yet to rediscover? If Tartaria was so amazing, why don't we learn about it in school? This question fuels much of the debate surrounding the theory. Several explanations have been proposed. Some argue that powerful entities, like governments or secret societies, deliberately rewrote history to erase Tartaria. Why? Perhaps to consolidate power, suppress dissent, or control access to forbidden knowledge. Others speculate that Tartaria fell victim to a global catastrophe, such as a comet impact, volcanic eruption, or pole shift. Such events could have wiped out entire populations and obliterated their records. A more grounded explanation is that Tartaria is a mix-up of historical facts. Nomadic tribes, regional empires, and artistic styles may have been conflated into a single mythical entity due to poor documentation or cultural bias. Regardless of the truth, the idea of a forgotten golden age resonates deeply with those who feel disillusioned by traditional narratives of progress. So, is Tartaria real? Or is it a blend of wishful thinking, misunderstood history, and creative storytelling? At this point, there's no definitive proof either way. But whether you lean toward skepticism or curiosity, the allure of Tartaria lies in its ability to spark wonder. It challenges us to question what we know, explore alternate possibilities, and imagine a world where humans achieved greatness long before we thought possible. Next time you come across an old map or gaze upon a stunning cathedral, take a moment to consider, could this be a remnant of something greater? Or is it simply a testament to the enduring creativity of humankind? What do you think? Does the mystery of Tartaria ignite your imagination? Or does it sound too good to be true? Either way, it's a reminder that history is rarely as straightforward as textbooks make it seem.